So, 5 years down the line, what would be your ideal life?
How long have you been married to each other?
Only 2 months now.
Only 2 months.
He's just like a sunshine. He smells really bright. So I really like him. My name is Cao Gezi. I grew up in Beijing.
My name is Peter, and I grew up in the Midwest. I was born in the Midwest of the United States.
Actually, we meet each other in Bai. That is a very, very small town in northern Thailand.
Yeah, so it was at the Thailand farmers market in the town that I stay in every winter.
So that Sunday was a beautiful Sunday, and it's chill, and everything's like fresh. And I was sitting there. He was sitting there and using his computer, and I was holding a coffee that my mom bought for me. And I was looking for a place to sit, and there's only one spot in front of him.
To be honest, I thought that she would be a really interesting person, and I was thinking more along the lines of friends, but I wasn't sure.
And he was like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey." So I sit there, and he speak to me in Chinese. The first sentence he spoke to me was, "Do you have WeChat?"
I asked her if she had WeChat.
WeChat actually is like something like Facebook in China. I was like, "Ew, this foreigner can speak Chinese and ask for my WeChat account. He wants to hit on me." and then I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Do you want to like exchange WeChat?" I said, "Okay." And then he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna run. I have a meeting to go." I was like, "Okay." Then he ran. So we talked not like just for several minutes for the first time.
We planned after meeting in the farmers market. It was a really beautiful day, and we talked for a while, and then we exchanged contact information, and then we planned to just meet up to sort of hang out and work together.
Our first date mostly is like working for a whole day.
I feel like we both always felt really natural around each other, never like nervous teenagers or anything like that.
I didn't feel that kind of like lover's love for him, even in the second time, because what I feel for him is like we have deep connections. We talk about literature and films, and we work together, and the vibe is just right. That is a hot spring, outdoor hot spring in the middle of palm trees.
And we kissed in the hot springs.
I grew up in a military family, and he grew up like a hippie kid, like a wild kid in the mountain.
So one place had a wild pig as a pet, and that pig became my pet for a long time.
My major is animation because I love to paint. I started painting since I don't even know how to speak, I guess.
And then when I was in Big Sur, I wasn't in school at all. So I mostly just read comic books.
Also, our friends are very different. His friend is mostly like successful, middle-aged professors. My friends is mostly like young Chinese girls.
And then from medical school, I went to New York to do my residency. And then, which is like what you do after medical school. And then I went to Columbia for graduate school.
We have like fundamental difference is language.
I don't think that the geographic difference was a problem. So 5 years down the line, what would be your ideal life?
Have 2 dogs, one small, one big. Peter always wants to build a house himself.
And we're gonna make it tall and with a plane, like tall so that you can look out over the mountains and the sunset and stuff like that.
We can write and draw and do art and ride bicycles around, make healthy food, and have good sex, and that's my ideal life.
That sounds pretty good to me.